Gen V episode 7 is just around the corner, and not only is it the 7th episode, but it marks the penultimate one of the season, with the most recent episode being relatively slow but providing many of the answers that we've been searching for throughout the season. It set up this next episode in the best way possible. It left us with questions like, does Cate have a secret plan to betray Marie? What's Marie gonna do now that she knows how powerful she truly is? And can Polarity be healed? Well, let's dive into this video because I want to share all the theories on what could happen next. Here is Gen V Season 2 Episode 7 Theories Explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. What's going on with Annabeth? Within the most recent episode, we saw that Annabeth was a precog, and she had the ability to see things from the future and sense what was on the horizon due to the visions that she could have. She couldn't control when or where they would happen, but happen they sure would. When Annabeth was looking over at Cate and she was putting on her hat, there was such a small moment where Annabeth's look lingered on Cate for just a little bit longer than it needed to, and it had me questioning why she was looking at her like that and what the deal was. Then, when Cate followed Marie right at the end of the episode, within my mind it all tied together. I think Annabeth has seen Cate before in one of her visions, and Cate is going to go on an act of betrayal against Marie and the rest of the group, and that's why Annabeth was looking over at her like that. I reckon it's because she's wary of what's to come. We know right now that Cate isn't feeling like herself. She doesn't recognize herself when she looks in the mirror, and her powers are fractured. Even being threatened with being thrown out of God Tier by Cipher because she's been compared to a human. I wonder if there'll come a time where Cate might be drawn in by the manipulation of Cipher and the weaponization of Marie because Cate will want her powers to be healed, and if Marie is refusing to do that by herself, then the only way that Cate might get back to where she was before is by betraying her friend. So I wonder if Annabeth has seen that within a vision before. When it came to why Annabeth has Compound V in her system, something that she can't remember having done, this could have actually been done in a couple of different ways. The first is that it was done when she was younger, just like how most of the Supes end up getting it. Marie's mother and father were interested in taking part in it, as we saw with Marie, so there's no reason as to why they didn't think that they'd try it with Annabeth. Or there's another theory going round that because Marie's mother and father took place in Project Odessa, where V was given during the blastocyst stage of pregnancy when she was carrying Marie, could it have lingered all that time, and then when she fell pregnant with Annabeth, it could have gone into her system that way, ultimately making her a God Tier Supe too, but we just don't know it yet. I think either of those options could well be the case, but with Stan Edgar now on the scene, I'm sure we'll find out that information. Marie's power potential. Now that we know that Marie is arguably one of the most powerful Supes to have ever lived, because Homelander was the only other person to have ever come out of Project Odessa successfully, that means there are quite literally an endless amount of possibilities for her powers. This is something that I also think is going to tie into Stan Edgar's wider plan. First off, we know that Marie has the ability of bringing people back to life. This definitely has me wondering if there's a chance that Stan is going to be looking at bringing Victoria Newman back to life if he has her tucked away somewhere. Personally, I don't think that'd be possible. She's been gone for a while, and it's not like with Annabeth where she was able to just bring her back moments after she died. So as cool as that would and could be, I just don't see it happening from a practical perspective. However, one person who I think she's actually going to be able to heal is Polarity. We know that Polarity has a condition where whenever he uses his powers, it essentially makes him weaker and it brings him closer to the point of death, hence why he keeps having those blackout episodes. But I think if Marie does get her powers under control, she might be able to prevent those episodes from happening and be able to heal him. The same could also be said for Thomas Godolkin, who's being kept in the hyperbaric chamber. I think his ultimate endgame is to get Marie to fully heal him. When it comes to her powers being elevated even more than what they are, we could well see her being able to help other Supes regain their powers like we saw Cate asking her to do. But then again, at the same time, the big thing that she might be able to do is draw the Compound V out of a Supe system, as we know that she can sense it within them. So from there, she could render a Supe to the point of being a regular human. This would be the most effective on Homelander and would essentially wipe out the Supe supremacy movement. I also think we could well see the likes of Marie having the ability to potentially fly. We saw her lift the bags of blood a couple of episodes back from one table to another, so I wonder if she could feel the cells within her own body and make herself lift off above the ground. That would be pretty cool. Marie walking away from Stan Edgar's bunker is telling of the trauma that she went through before, and the pain and suffering that she put her sister through. With her now knowing that she's got the capability of being as powerful as Homelander, and her knowing what he's like, and her potentially being afraid, I think we could see her looking to distance herself so she doesn't hurt the likes of her sister and also Jordan moving forward. I reckon we'll see her heading to Cipher and looking to confront him in the next episode. The truth about Godolkin. As many of us predicted, it seems like Godolkin is well and truly the person that's being kept in the hyperbaric chamber. However, unlike Stan Edgar predicted in that Cipher was getting all of Godolkin's work out of him, I think Godolkin is actually controlling Cipher, and he's been able to resurrect his work and continue his life's work with the likes of Project Odessa due to that. I don't think that the both of them are related in any way whatsoever. I think Cipher was just a young scientist that was taken advantage of and used by Godolkin. There's no compound V in his system after all, so I don't see how Cipher would be exhibiting powers if he himself wasn't a puppet in the first place and having them shown through him. Plus, as well, why would Cipher, a human with no V in his system, want soup supremacy? Something that'll probably show us that Cipher is in fact a human could well happen in the next episode when we see him for the first time. Most soups have the ability to regenerate and heal quicker than regular humans, and with Cipher being thrown out of the window by Polarity, I think we're going to see him looking all battered and bruised, which will be a telltale sign that he's not a soup. He still had the bandage around his hand following the cut that he got, and a regular soup would have had that healed by now, so I think we'll see Cipher's physical form looking quite a lot different. I think we'll also find out why it is that Cipher wants to carry out the culling of the soups that he doesn't feel make the cut at God U. We know that Thomas Godolkin was focused on leading Project Odessa, which was all about creating God Tier Supes. And now with any old soup being able to get into Godolkin University, a university that's named after him. I think one of the main reasons that he's looking to carve out 75% of the students there is because he only wants the best. He doesn't want to have students that have ridiculous powers studying there because it almost makes a mockery of his name, his legacy, and his life's work in looking to create soups that were the strongest that they could possibly be. Whilst Stan Edgar made out like Godolkin might be able to reveal how to control Homelander and how to neutralize him, I don't think he's going to want to do that at all. If he truly is controlling Cipher, which it seems like he is, we know that they're basically on the same side. They want soup supremacy, so I think we'll see that going completely wrong in the next episode. Emma's love triangle. Then when it comes to a smaller story that'll probably occur in the next episode, we're going to be seeing the likes of Emma, Sam and Greg having their love triangle developing. Sam apologized to Emma in the most recent episode, and it seemed like their connection and spark was almost reignited. However, with Sam seeing Greg's name appearing on screen, I think we're most likely going to be seeing Emma quite close with Greg when they eventually get back on campus. This feud could well lead us to potentially see what Greg's powers are. We haven't seen them yet, but judging by his size, one would imagine that he could have a similar set of powers to Sam when it comes to being extremely strong, so there could well be a battle between the both of them. For now, these are the main things that I think we'll see occurring in the next episode. The next one is set to only be around 39 minutes long, so it's the shortest of the season by quite a bit, so I'm just hoping that they're going to have enough time to set up the finale well. So, there you have it, Gen V Season 2 Episode 7 Theories Explained. If you want to see every episode of Gen V Season 2 being broken down, then check the playlist below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. What do you think will happen next? Share your thoughts in the comments. As always, thanks for tuning into the video and I'll see you in the next one.